Greetings, friends, and welcome to episode 2 of the Coronavirus Chronicles. There's going to be 2 parts to this really exciting episode. The first part, I'm going to teach you how to make plants out of plants. That's if in case you can't go to a plant store and you want to, have some plants. And the second part is I'm going to teach you how to create your own coronavirus mini garden. Sorry. I'm actually drinking my pre-workout and getting ready for a run, so I figured why not just record a video and embarrass myself now. But I decided that I want to make this into like an episode kind of thing, a series, because it's been a while since I last put myself out there and I want to get back into it again. It actually is something that surprisingly, I'm an introvert, but like I enjoy doing this. Like I feel good doing this stuff. It's just like being out in public, talking to people. Not so keen on that right now, especially right now. And one of the reasons why I'm waiting to go running, it's like what, 5 something? Yeah, it's 5:10, is because I heard it's really packed out there. There's a lot of people outside because they can't really go anywhere else. So I'm trying to avoid the crowds. Anyway, so part 1. Okay, so this requires you to have a plant. If you have a plant, you're in luck. If you don't, that's gonna be a whole other episode. But I'm gonna show you guys how I propagate. What's a good example? In water. Here you go. So I actually have a lot of these things. It's kind of absurd. I have 3 right here. I have a bunch just like strategically placed around my apartment, and I have 2 right here, and I actually reuse these jars. You can see this is like a mason jar. I buy these little jars for like sauces and stuff, and so after I use the sauce, I don't want to throw it out. I like to reduce, reuse, recycle. Right? That's how it goes, right? Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna show you one more that I forgot to bring over before I started this, so BRB. Alright, I'm back. So, also, by the way, the reason why I'm wearing this thing is because when I run, I'm gonna put it over my face. I actually use it on my trail runs because it helps with not getting dust in my mouth, and also helps with exposure and stuff with the sun. But now I'm gonna use it so that way I don't get germs or anything in my mouth. Also, it's kind of intimidating, right? I'm not gonna fuck with someone who looks like this. Maybe you will. All right, so this is another one of my plants. So these are actually pothos plants, and this one right here is a monstera, and this was actually in soil. I took it out, washed it off, and I decided to propagate it in water so you can see the roots. And I'm so excited because it's actually, there's a baby. So it's growing, and this is completely in water. I really love water propagation. I'm actually, well, before the coronavirus came, I was considering taking all of like the soil out and actually going full on hydroponic, but the coronavirus kind of squashed that idea. Anyway, so the way I do this is by taking a plant. So I have this, sorry, I don't feel like moving my camera right now because I had it set up strategically, but I have this pothos plant right here. Actually, let me just go and grab one. So even though the other one's probably a better way to see it, I think I can still do it with this one. So you can see here this pothos. It's the pothos plant. Right here, these are nodes, and you can actually see I cut one right there. But these right here are the nodes where you can see that there's 2, like the branch and then the leaf that splits off. You want to make sure that you cut it right below a node. So you know what, maybe I'll just do it right now with this one. always a little scary cutting my plants, but I know this will work. At first, I was literally just taking a leaf and then putting it in water and hoping that would propagate. And then I realized I was doing it wrong. So you can see right here, maybe I should move my fingers. There we go. So you can see right there, there is the leaf and like the stem. There's actually 2 leaves on here. In fact, we could probably just go with this one and it'll probably shoot out another stem and leaf right there. So we're gonna do that. Ready? Woo! All right. So then you just take this guy and you put it in water and it will grow. So I guess I'll just leave this guy in here right now. So these are actually, haven't started propagating yet because I just cut these. These are like fresh ones, but I'll find one that's propagating. Damn. Sorry, make you guys wait. Okay, so as you can see, this one actually has 3 leaves. It's cray, but we cut this one down there. It ended up growing roots out of the sides over here. That's actually why you have to make sure you cut it where there's a node, because that's where it will start to grow roots. And so this baby is basically the product of this. So it's awesome that's growing. And yeah, it's a great way to decorate your home. I have a lot of plants in here, a ton of plants in here, and it has kept me sane and happy and mindful during some, actually I wouldn't say I've had any crazy times except for right now. So today I did some plant stuff, but yeah. So the second thing I wanted to show you guys, let me keep drinking this, is how to grow your own coronavirus garden. No, you're not actually like harvesting the coronavirus. I'm just thinking about the importance of growing some of my own foods, and I feel like this is a good way to start. I have a lot of plants in here, but they're all like pothos, monsteras, and they're not actually like herbs or growing any kind of vegetables. And that's something I really want to do, especially now that I have a porch. I really want to do that. So now is a great time because it's springtime. So here's what I did. I got this a while ago from Home Depot, and so to do this, it requires you, having soil or going and getting these pods, but this is where I got, what the pods are from. So normally you would do this you would plant in all of these pods, and then you would just put the top on and let it sit until they sprout. But right now I only want to use like 6. So there's like 9 in there. So I'm gonna just take out 9 of them. And these things are really fun because you can pour water in and just like watch them blow up. The seeds I have jalapeno, I have basil, I have oregano, and I have parsley. Yay! So I'm really excited to grow these. And what I'll eventually do is once the pods, once they start to sprout, I'm going to reuse these little glass jars, and I'm gonna put them inside here until they start to really grow, and then I'll move them out. But right now I'm going to try to recycle as many things as I possibly can, just because it's better for the environment. And I think things look really good in glass jars. I don't know. So as I'm waiting for all this to expand, I hope that you guys are having a easy weekend. I know that here in LA, things are just starting off. You know, we're just starting to get used to this way of life. And I was thinking earlier in the shower, because that's where I do all my thinking, that, you know, it's different and it's difficult. Well, it's not really difficult. It's just, it's different, and it is, and it's scary. We don't know what's going to happen. And yesterday, there were some moments where I had some like heavy feelings of anxiety and like maybe even like a little bit of panic. Now let me be real. I had like a full-blown panic attack yesterday before I recorded that video, in fact. And I had to pull myself out of it and really think to myself, you know, it is what it is. Like this is what's happening, and I just have to roll with it. I have to just be mindful in the moment and not let it stress me out, and just, you know, keeping on, you know. My mantra is forward always. And so I think it's really important to have that mindset, not anticipating the future, but just we continue on, you know, life continues on. We don't stop. So right now, I think that part of the reason why I'm able to evolve and by the way, my panic wasn't about like this situation. My panic is really about the economy, which I think a lot of people are concerned about. So I think one of the things that makes it easy for me to be, you know, in this isolation situation, is because, well, one, I've been living alone, and two, I just do a lot of things by myself. It doesn't feel like I'm actually isolating myself or like hardcore social distancing. If anything, it feels like finally I have an excuse. Like finally people will not be questioning me or asking me, are you okay? Is everything all right? Does this girl have friends? I have friends. I have a lot of friends. I love my friends, and they're probably watching this right now laughing at me. Anyway, so I'm waiting for these things to really blow up, and they're not happening right now. And this is gonna end up being longer than 15 minutes, and IG will not accept it. So some of them are actually opening up. Maybe I need more water. I would love for you guys to like let me know what you're doing in your downtime on the weekends. If you aren't working, you know, what you're doing during the week, what's helping you stay sane, what's keeping your mind off of the chaos. How are you dealing with this? If you're in a place that's on lockdown, how are you dealing with it? Love to know. I know some people are they're drawing, or they're writing poems, or they're journaling. Some people are picking up new hobbies like meditation. I know there's people who are, you know, you're going out, spending some time outside, reading new books. Yeah, I'd love to know. I think it's really important. And I think that a lot of us will end up using the time that we have on our hands to pick up new skills. I think that's really wonderful. So I'm gonna try to share mine with you guys as much as I possibly can. Whether it's starting the coronavirus garden, or digital marketing, or social media, bullet journaling, running, I'm going to be creating these videos, and just hopefully, you know, if I can get one person to just be like, yeah, maybe I want to try doing that, then that's awesome. So as you can see, these things have a little bit of netting in here. You just make a little hole, take some seeds, and you just pop them right in there. And I will let you guys know when they start sprouting. But this video is about to be 15 minutes long. So thank you for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and let me know if you end up making your own coronavirus garden. We can compare.